Alright, what's up, yins, guys? I was watching TV news last night, like me and the girlfriend there, and think I better make a video like this, like a little cautionary tale and all that. Pay attention to this, if you're doing certain occupations, watch what you're doing, and you got to watch your house too. And now too. Anyway, they showed the footage. Evidently, there was this guy that got bit in the face or in the head by a snake, and they showed the footage because the house that he went to, his friend's house, a relative's house. I'm just saying this from memory right now. I'm gonna give you the article version, from the news. I'll give you a link right along with this video. But I think I gotta say something to raise awareness about this or whatever because man, that's some scary shit. They showed the footage. The snake was like hanging, I think, somewhere near the door of the mailbox. Because now people don't think of it. Snakes will be hanging certain places, and he wasn't looking for that. But they showed the surveillance footage. The house had like surveillance camera, and the damn snake just missed his eye. And I remember I watched this TV show. It's the only thing good on MTV, and there was a few snake bite and lizard bite videos where people had these pet snakes and these lizards, and it bit him in the face. And there's one woman wore something low cut, and it kind of bit her and latched on her. And where there was this one guy that had the snake and it bit him. But anyway, this dude they show in the news, it just missed his eye. I'm like, damn. My heart goes out to that dude. I'm glad he's okay. Definitely glad he's okay. Just missed his eye. But yeah, I actually worked some occupations in like job agency. I did some job assignments, like places where was paid decent money just for these construction companies to just pick up all the 2x4s, all the offcuts, go into the places they're building and do the push broom and shovel, like all the everything from nails and nails to wire nuts and sawdust to sweep that all up and all that stuff and pick up. But anyway, picking up wood from out there, like I had an assignment, like you know how they have on TV now, it's in commercials, Traditions of America. Well, one of my assignments, I think 2 summers ago, I was a place where it's like past Swickley. They were building one. Any of you guys, that's outside of my area, don't know where that is. But so like I'm talking to you like this, I'm talking to my local people. But anyway, yeah, there was a Traditions of America. They had plots over there where that's a sold sign, and they didn't even have a house built yet. So you could look on there and choose your house. But anyway, yeah, some of them are under construction and all that. Picking up boards, and under this board, big ass snake. I got my camera out and took a picture of it. I still got it laying around on YouTube somewhere. Should put a clip of it in this video. But the one dude that was with me is wearing t-shirt and shorts and loafers, and the place is freaking muddy because every damn time that I was called to do this job when it was going on, it wasn't every day of the week, but I had assignments other places. But when I was needed there, never failed. It always rained the day before, or sometimes it rained a little bit during. So it was muddy. So the dude I was with had an assignment. He come, and I guess they never told him, geez, loafers, shorts, no boots or anything, not carrying any gloves. I even wear knee pads because if I have to get down my knee or if I fall and bash my knee, I even wear shin guards under my jeans, in case I bash into something. But then, yeah, it pays. Wear shit that is right for the job when you go somewhere like that. You know what I mean? You never know, you can get bit by a damn snake. But yeah, I picked up this snake. It didn't even run away. It was just all curled up. I got it on YouTube. I ought to put it within a clip of this. But yeah, so yeah, and I worked at a place called Ardex. I was their groundskeeper, cut their grass and all that shit. The whole grounds were real big over there. Yeah, the cement company. And I cleaned the inside of the cement tower. I liked that. I was in my glory. It was like my domain. You know what I mean? But big ass black snake. It was like a long one too. Big, long, fat fat juicy snake, I take whatever I was carrying, a rake or a shovel, and I didn't kill it. I just scooped it like by the middle and just threw it down the hillside. Whee! But yeah, you got these damn snakes. But yeah, what scares me is, yeah, that's on the person's house, and it bit this dude in the face, and he didn't notice no snake air. I'm like, God damn. But yeah, as long as you're still watching this video, if you got this far, I was telling the girlfriend I talk about old movies, and you guys like old movies. I watched things when I was young kid, and seeing that on the surveillance video on the TV news reminded me of an old horror movie, a thriller movie called Frogs. I think it came out in the 70s. You could look up the movie Frogs on YouTube, and they still have the trailer. Sometimes they keep they put the movie up and copyright claims, and they have it taken down. They even had some of my old classic favorites like Empire of the Ants and those movies. I think if you guys saw this video enough, what do you think? Should we get today's stars to do? Everybody's remaking every other damn movie. Why don't they remake Empire of the Ants with the new special effects they have now? And how about the movie Frogs? Anyway, back to this thing on the news reminded me of the movie Frogs. Anyway, in the movie, there was these snakes hanging on these chandeliers, and alligators attacking people and whatnot. And different shit. Our people were dying. But every time somebody got killed in a movie, the movie zoomed in on these frogs. So it actually, the movie revolved around the frogs. And I think the one guy that was a real jerk in the movie, he wanted to have his big party and gathering, even though people died, But I'm pretty sure his voice, I might be wrong, I'd have to look it up. His voice reminded me in his stature. There was a guy that played, the guy that played the jerk in that movie was the same guy that played in the Battlestar Galactica, the very first episode. It was a movie that turned into the series, which all-time favorite science fiction classic. But anyway, his voice, I think it might be the same guy. I have to look that up. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was like people getting bit by snakes and everything else, and then it was like an island, and then the last of the people that were left alive, got the hell out of the island. And anyway, like who would you get to maybe bring that movie back? That was a classic. Well, anyway, I brought that up because on Facebook, one of the Facebook groups I'm subscribed to, my notifications, they have this what was your favorite classic movie and all that stuff. And then them old, and there was another old classic movie too, make you scared of fishing worms. The movie called Squirm. That would make you scared of simple bunch of fishing worms. What you do is get some maybe friend or somebody maybe your wife. That you don't want to be too cruel with that and scare the heck out of them. Go and watch that movie with them, and then the next day go fishing and take a whole bunch of fishing worms and go to them with a bowl of fishing worms and go, ah! Ah! I mean, now your wife or girlfriend probably beat you over the head. God damn you! How could you do that? But yeah, but anyway, yeah. Be freaking careful, you never damn know. But then along with this, there's also this deal where you got invasive species all over the place. Fish that don't belong in a certain place, but they got introduced into the rivers, like River Monsters, a big fan of that show. Then you see these shows like, mostly in Florida, the Everglades, people brought snakes that could freaking eat you. Okay, and well, they have River Monsters had a thing about the anacondas. Anything that can survive in the warmer areas over here. Well, there was even these stories. I don't know if it's urban legend around here, but I saw strange tracks or whatever. But you know how people get pet alligators? You're in southern states, maybe like Florida, you can even have them and they're too big. You know, oh, a little alligator, but then it starts to get too big and you got just. But then you get these snakes in pet stores. But if you're up where we are, you know, I'm in like Pennsylvania, not far from Pittsburgh. I'm getting this stuff from my Pittsburgh news. People let their snakes go. There's stories, you know what I mean? That, you know, in the winter, they're not going to survive. They'll go in the sewers. And maybe urban legend that people have brought pet alligators. My stepdad, I talk about that. That people brought pet alligators. And I imagine people probably did. I don't know if it's all urban legend. But yeah, go to vacation to Florida, bring a pet alligator here. Go let it loose by the river in the woods. It's probably going to freaking die, you know. But there's always this thing, you know, by yourself if you're going fishing. Watch, be damn careful. You never damn know if an alligator can go far enough in the recesses somewhere. Maybe there might be alligator that might sneak up and die. You don't know. But like I said, some of the snakes that are tropical, warmer climates, if people get as pets, you let them out. I mean, they're not going to survive the winter, probably not. But then, you know, you have the thing with the Africanized bees. I've seen these documentaries where some places now, cities have special crews that go with bee suits to get killer bees. I mean, they can be a nest in somebody's house, and there's people, it's no joke, they got stung by them. And they're hoping that, and they're saying that they're getting further and further up north here. But then again, you know, like in the summer, that can be scary because, you know, we don't know they didn't get this that far yet, but you have problems, I think, in Texas and Florida and all these other states. But anyway, people bring an invasive, yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, you look it up, you can go to jail for that too in a lot of places. Anything from bringing fish in the water that don't belong here, and you're not really supposed to say let gold, any kind of pet fish out in the rivers. You look it up on YouTube. I don't know if some of it's exaggerated, where some of them will die, but some of them will flourish. And, well, look up the river monsters, the snakehead fish and a certain carp. They're trying to block them from getting, you know, places now, and it's bad. And there's other, I don't remember, I'm saying this from memory. I don't know if it's Puerto Rico or Hawaii, but there's other places where people are letting their pet iguanas and different kind of lizards loose, and it's literally killing the population of the other creatures that are there, you know. But there's an entire YouTube channel about destruction, literally, to the natural system of things when people have let these animals that were pets loose in places. Like if they're warmer areas that they'll survive, they kind of screw the whole natural system up. But then you got different kind of bugs and everything else that were brought in here from ships and barges, you know, with the international trade, you know. Well, you can look at shit up too. Decide for yourself which is urban legend and being exaggerated. But I mean, I subscribe to certain channels like Canadian Prepper. Not all people are called preppers and paranoid or anything. Of course not. I have that prepper thing in me. But interesting apocalyptic stories that can happen that, you know, if society changes in it, because society, everything from policing itself to maintaining vegetation and that, and, you know, like we use weed killers and pesticides for everything, but there's a thing where if society gets weaker financially, even if it's not a partial collapse, you know, we use everything from bug sprays to bug killers to maintain things, but then when that comes to a screeching halt, the pests and all kind of other things and even invasive species will just come full force. I mean, but that's up to you to decide. I mean, we live in a route-controlled society, like places that have the boro, weeds, and then, you know, anything that draws bugs. But then when you get things that started coming full force, and then there was talking about where some people were saying everything from herbicides to kill weeds to, which are dangerous to us, to pesticides. They're saying that it's said that they have to up the dose because insects or whatever get more resistant to it. And since they have to up the dose because these insects are more resistant, that makes it more toxic and risky to us. And what are you going to do? Ban the whole thing, because people got cancer? And there was the whole stories about DDT back in the days. And it's a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? Yeah, and people doing shit like the Zika virus. Everybody's scared to death of the Zika virus. They're spraying everything, trucks all over the place, and killing all the damn bees. And then there's a thing where if you kill all the bees, guess what? I didn't know this at one time, but if you don't have bees going around and pollinate the things that flower and turn into vegetables, you don't got no. Guess what? You don't got no damn vegetables, and that's bad. But that reminds me of an old movie too with Yul Brenner, which they should bring back with Vin Diesel in it. I think get Vin Diesel to play in it, or some other kind of dude that's like bald. I thought of The Rock, but I don't know. Vin Diesel has the spirit to play, But then again, professional fighter Bass Root, bald guy and a professional fighter, and he acted before. But yeah, anyway, Yul Brenner, The Ultimate Warrior. Don't get confused with the wrestler, The Ultimate Warrior. Old 70s classic. I grew up apocalyptic movie from my childhood. And there was a thing, speaking of like bees, and the mood setting of The Ultimate Warrior was plagues and diseases killed the Earth's ability to grow food. And the one of your heroes in there, that his wife was going to have a baby, and that he gets killed later in the movie. And then there's a bad guy that wanted their well and fresh water, and they wanted to take over another colony or commune they had. But anyway, the guy was found a way to grow vegetables. He had a green thumb, and to bring back vegetables for civilization, he had tomato plants where everything failed. So I always wondered if people kill the bees by accident, because they're worried about Zika. But then there was also, in parentheses, I'm talking about that disease that bees were getting. There was a zombie bee, some kind of bee parasite that was killing the bees. And that's kind of scary that you get anything that kills the bees, like a virus like that, or because people are afraid of Zika, just going ahead and spraying everything, all in trucks. You're killing the bees, right? And that is scary that without bees buzzing around and pollinated, you're not growing no vegetables. I mean, I grew a pepper plant from pepper seeds one time from a store, and I think depending on where you buy a pepper, somewhere with peppers, I got the seeds to grow. But my cat, before she died, I had her a bunch of years, kept eating the leaves, But anyway, had it outside, bees going on, and I didn't pay no attention. I put it outside for a while. And yeah, you got to have bees when something starts to flower, and then getting a little pepper on there. But anyway, I never successfully had a whole pepper plant. I had one with a little pepper. They were starting. But my old cat, Daisy, God rest her soul, she was not with me now. I had her, she was like over 17 years old. But she used to sneak and eat the leaves. Well, the leaves didn't hurt her because she did that several times before. But I tried to and I'd forget to hide the plant and put it away, get it away from me. But anyway, my point is, if you have any plants that you put up, whether you plant them in your garden, I imagine you can't grow anything just in your house. It's got to be outside without bees, Like I remember there's this one story I saw somewhere where somebody somewhere, I don't know if it's a Japanese or Chinese, I'm saying this from memory, but that they were actually found a way to by hand pollinate. It takes forever, but that it can be done, But anyway, you got that idea. I got off the subject. There's like a balance in nature, and you got some things where even without an apocalypse, you can have feral animals and invasive species, increase of snakes coming in. Well, plus with all the building of new things, habitat, everything from the habitat of just deer running through things. And you hear stories about coyotes coming through, worry about them attacking your pets or you. Like, people are always building, it's getting a more city environment, and then these animals have got a place to go. Well, hell, I was at a half-price books one time, and this is like a city environment. And you'll see a deer. There's not something that's really the woods, but they make their way, I don't know, through certain spots. in case a city environment, if there's a little wooded area, a park, you get, it's not even the deep woods. There's deer to be getting somewhere, you know. But yeah, that's a part of it. You got invasive species, and you got us expanding, population expanding, and everything else. And well, yeah, you could be somewhere where there's bears around. You know where the bears are going to go. Then where the mountain lion is going to go. You know. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, yeah, watch out for snakes. That's what I'm going to tell you. Huh?